Now, I was once invited to Canadian International School for a parents' job day, and the parents had to talk about their jobs, and the first one was a lawyer who said, the law is a fantastic career, you know, it's well paid, and you're doing something very important. And all the other people said similar things. And I was last on the bill, and I said, kids, don't be a writer. The pay is terrible, and that's when they remember to pay you, which they usually don't. And I wasn't really trying to put them off, because I finished by saying that being in the creative industries is incredibly joyful. What you've got to do is get a sensible job, do creative things on the side, and once you've got a hit book, a hit movie, a hit game, then you switch to your creative industry. And so, you know, I've always believed in being honest. I want to give a quick message to the kids here. You've got to wait for the right time if you're creative, right? And the time is now. The Oscars were on last week, and which movie swept all the top awards? Yes, one about a Hong Kong family who immigrate to run a laundromat in the US. You know, the top movie in Asia in the last few weeks has been Wandering Earth 2. Anybody see that movie? Did you see that movie? Yeah? It was actually a good movie. I mean, it was like a Hollywood movie. Terrible dialogue, but great story and special effects, just like Hollywood. So I was thinking, wow, they've got everything to make that kind of movie, except writers. They need writers. That's me and you. Okay, that's who they need. That's the missing part. Then, of course, I guess that many of you have seen, like, you know, the Marvel movies. Hands up if you've seen a Marvel Universe movie. Now, hands up if you stay for the credits. Now, if you look at the credits, you'll see that Marvel uses a Chinese animation company in Beijing to do a lot of their special effects. So it's not East and West like the politicians and the media want us to believe. The world works together. Okay, Chinese people help make the Marvel movies, and the director of Wandering Earth was trained in Hollywood. Okay, so we're all working together here. Now, why I say the time has come is that in the last 4 weeks, I've had an American film company, a UK TV company, a Singaporean movie company, and a Netflix company try and buy the rights of my books. Okay? What does that mean my books are fantastic? No, these are actually rather old books that I kind of can't bear to read anymore. It means that they're looking for Asian writers and Asian content. So your time has come. You know, I know your mum and dad want you to be an accountant or a doctor or a lawyer. Fine, do that, keep them happy. But on the side, write the next great movie, write the next Harry Potter, write the next great game, okay? So, lecture over, okay? I just want to say a few words about why you are here and the other 1,000+ students who entered are not here. We asked you to do a detective story, a story based on China's most famous detective, Justice Bao. Now, some students cheated. They said, oh, detective story, I know what a detective story is. I don't need to do any research. And what they did is they wrote a Sherlock Holmes story and just changed the name to Justice Bao. And it said, like, Justice Bao was smoking his pipe at number 221 Baker Street. You know. So it was actually quite easy to get rid of those and pick out the people who knew that Justice Bao was Chinese, that he lived in a place called Kaifeng in the year 1050 AD, and the type of cases he investigated were very different from Sherlock Holmes and modern Western detectives. So you guys, you are the guys who got that right. You did your research and you got the right feel for Justice Bao. Now, a lot of people were very surprised when I said that China's Sherlock Holmes is not fictional. A lot of grown-ups don't know this, but the famous businessman, the late famous businessman, Sir Y.K. Pao, is a direct descendant of Justice Bao, the famous Chinese detective. So we were very honored when we mentioned this to the family, and they agreed to get involved. And we have here in this room, I believe Philip here in the front row is the 31st generation from Justice Bao himself. He looks very wise, doesn't he? Or maybe that's just the big black glasses, I don't know. We discovered that a lot of writing competitions are too technical. They judge the students on spelling, syntax, grammar. That's not what writing is about. Writing is about imagination. Writing is about creating an immersive world. So we made a special extra award for at every age level for students who perhaps come from schools where English is the second language or third language, and who are not going to get technical native English perfection, but have a great imagination.